Hello people of the internet, it's Amanda, and it's been a while since I've made a video here on my channel, especially a J-drama review, so I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm gonna be talking about Ousama Ni Sasagu Kusuriyubi, or Third Finger Offered to the King, which stars Hashimoto Kanna and Yamada Ryosuke. I think it's also been a while since I've talked about rom-com here on my channel, so I'm pretty excited because there are really a lot of things about this drama that I really want to share with you guys, and that's basically it for today's video. So yeah, let's just get to it. So basically the plot of this drama is it follows the story of Ayaka, played by Hashimoto Kanna. She's this pretty girl who, because of her visuals, a lot of people love taking advantage of her, especially her male colleagues or just men in general who she gets to encounter and engaged with back when she was still a student up until the point that she's working. Because of this, people often misconstrue her intentions even if she's completely innocent in situations, and a lot of people tend to antagonize her simply because of her looks. Like, it's kind of like this commentary on the excessiveness of pretty privilege in a way, where her character, because of her looks, people tend to treat her differently, but then it also comes across to other people as her using how she looks like to be of advantage, even if in reality it really affects her negatively as well, to the point that it's scary the way that people are treating her. So I really like that aspect right off the bat about this drama, because I do know some people who, you know, with the entire discourse surrounding pretty privilege, a lot of people tend to think that it's just a good thing. But then I do know like a couple of people who've suffered because they're viewed as someone who is overly pleasing, overly beautiful because of how they look like, and to the point that people only look at them on a surface level and don't necessarily like treat them like how normal people should be treated, and that has affected them as well. So right off the bat, like, that aspect of the drama is something that I absolutely liked. But again, since this is a rom-com, they didn't really dig deep into that, but I don't think they had to, because it's pretty glaring with how, you know, Ayaka's character was treated, especially in the earlier parts of the series. Now, moving past all that, so she jumps from job to job again because of different circumstances affecting how she is in her like workplaces and stuff like that, and she ends up working at Blanche, which is a wedding planning company. Now, the president of Blanche is King Nitta Togo, played by Yamada Ryosuke. He's known for having a very strict personality. He also appeared in this like a parody The Bachelor type of TV series. That's why a lot of people know him. And the catch of his character is he was known as the king because of his standoffish attitude, and that he didn't really pick anyone at the end of that dating show. So it's this entire phenomenon as it is. Now, the main surprise is that jumps to the audience at the first couple of minutes of the series is Togo proposing to Ayaka, telling her that he wants to marry her, just like that. And the idea behind it is that he wants to elevate the reputation of Blanche, because not a lot of people, especially with the pandemic and everything like that, are getting married anymore. So it's kind of like bad for business, and he wants to create this illusion of like how marriages are fun, marriages are ideal, and all these things. So he asks Ayaka to marry him to that advantage. And then for Ayaka, what's in it for her is money, because she's not from a well-off family. She wants to provide for her family because she has a couple of siblings. They have a business, but then, you know, her parents aren't getting any younger and all of those things. So with that, they come to an agreement and they decide on this fake contractual marriage. They put like they have a YouTube channel where they document moments about their marriage, showing that it's really nice to get married, they're a happy couple, all of these things. But obviously all of these are just on the surface level. And, you know, it follows like many rom-com tropes and stuff like that. So yeah. This drama also has a spin-off about Ayaka's brother, but I'm not really interested in that, so I'm not gonna like talk about that in this particular video, but just putting it out there that there is a spin-off, so in case you want to like have something else to watch aside from this drama but is related to this drama, then there's also that. Now, moving past that, so anyways, now what do I think of this particular series? As I mentioned earlier, I haven't really watched a lot of rom-coms lately, and I think the reason is I've just grown tired of, you know, how ridiculous some of the recent rom-coms are. Like, I know that there are specific like tropes that they follow and stuff like that, but it's been a while since I've found like a very interesting, well executed rom-com, and I'm glad to report that this drama fit the bill just right, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Now, is it something extraordinary? Not really. I mean, it has the familiar tropes of, say again, fake contract marriages. This stern rich guy meets a poor Cinderella-esque girl who has, you know, some burdens that she has to like deal with, and then thus engaging in this fake marriage. They have something in common. They discover that they have something in common. They fall in love. There's also the familiar tropes of unrequited first loves and second leads who has a contrasting personality compared to the male lead. There's also the idea of evil stepmothers, contrasting, you know, a very happy, quirky family versus a very rigid, strict type of family structure, all of these things. And also just basically just a lot of those familiar themes that we all have already seen in other rom-coms. But I think the idea for this particular drama is that because the formula is just right there, they didn't try anything crazy. I mean, there are certain subplots that I feel like this drama could have like left off, but I wouldn't spoil it. But there are certain things about this drama that I feel like, you know, they could have just let it be and stuff like that. But I do feel like because they need some fillers to make up, you know, the number of minutes per episode, that's why they inserted it there. But I like how they didn't overstretch certain subplots to the point that it would make the main storyline, which is about Ayaka and Togo, to be super convoluted to the point that it's annoying. I mean, obviously, again, it's very cliche. Like, some things in this, you can already see it coming. It's very familiar when it comes to so many different rom-coms, like revenge plots and stuff like that, all of these things. But again, I think it's because there's a solid concept of contract marriage, them falling in love. I think the chemistry of Kanna and Yamada in this particular drama, I mean, at first I was really amused by, you know, their partnership. It's for a very shallow reason, because their height difference is not that big. So at first I was like, they look too small and cute together. But then as time went by, you know, I was really starting to appreciate their chemistry. It feels so natural, the way that they act around each other. And it's interesting as well because I do think to some extent they have similarities to their character. Like Yamada, Togo is a little bit more introverted to himself and all these things, and then Ayaka and Kanna also, they're both very extroverted and stuff like that. So I think that also added to like the genuine, sincere feel of how they portray their characters. I've seen some comments saying that, you know, they could have really pushed the acting skills of both the leads when it comes to more dramatic aspects or emotional aspects of the drama. But I do feel like, again, with a rom-com, we can't expect them to really extend or prolong those scenes where there's just a lot of crying and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's gonna feel a little bit off-putting, especially since, again, this is a rom-com. So I think they've done those scenes just fine. When it comes to, you know, the heart-fluttering moments, the whole, like, interactions and stuff like that, I do feel like a major part of it definitely fell on the chemistry of the two leads, and Kanna and Yamada both delivered on that aspect. I do know that a lot of people started to discover Bandoriota in this particular series because he's the second lead in this one. I think I've seen him in like a couple of other works as well, but again, this is a type of, I'm not really big on second lead syndrome, and his character also has a little bit of complexity to it, not your typical second lead vibe or character track, if you will. But I do know that a lot of people have gotten second lead syndrome as well for this particular drama because of him. But overall, I do think that just as it is, it's really just quite, nice and fun. And I haven't really enjoyed a rom-com for a while compared to this one, which I'm really happy about. Like, I came into it not really having a lot of like huge expectations, because obviously I don't have the same expectations for like a drama or an action drama when I'm watching a rom-com. But I was pretty pleased after watching episode 1 because I liked it more than I thought I would. Pleased with this one. Again, if you're expecting something fresh, something new, something crazy different from your usual rom-coms, this drama isn't for you. If you're looking for scenes that really push the main leads to like really be like embrace the emotions, be overly dramatic, especially in scenes where things get a little bit tricky or challenging for the relationship, you will get a hint of that in this drama, but not to the extent that you would probably have in an actual melodrama plot. But overall, is it exciting? I mean, for me, I've always said this, my main goal is just to share if something is entertaining, worth the watch, and I do feel like this is one of those dramas that will definitely be enjoyable for anyone who's just looking for something light, nothing too complicated, something that's probably comfortable because you're already familiar with what's probably going to happen, but then at the same time you just want the thrill of seeing new characters in new settings, all of these things. And yeah, I mean, I think it significantly helps that both Hashimoto Kanna and Yamada Ryosuke are so easy to look at because of how pretty they are. I absolutely love the wedding looks that they put Kanna in this particular series. I think that's one of the highlights for me. For fans of Kitamura Takumi, he has some cameos in this particular drama as well, which I wasn't following this drama, like the other promotions for this drama actively. I'm just waiting for each episode to pop up, so I didn't know that he was gonna be in here. So that's kind of like an interesting surprise to see Kitamura Takumi in this drama as well. And yeah, I mean, if there's anything to comment on this, again, as I mentioned, this drama has a spin-off about Ayaka's brother, who was played by Nagao from Naniwa Danshi. I think in the main series, he didn't really contribute as much to it. Like there wouldn't be any other difference if he wasn't in the main series. But I guess since they're doing the whole spin-off thing, and obviously with Naniwa Danshi being popular recently, so they're doing that. But I think that's just one of my main comments, is that there are just some scenes that I don't feel like he's needed there. I don't think that the character added value to the story other than the fact that there's a spin-off happening. But it didn't really hurt as much because, again, this is a rom-com, so I wasn't really like, I don't want to be too harsh on that factor. But if there's just one thing that I would nitpick for this particular series, it would probably be that. So yeah. Now with that said, so I missed doing videos. I know that this is, again, just as casual as you know how I usually do my videos, but I hope that you enjoy this one. Have you seen this drama? Are you planning to see this drama? What are the things that you like about it? Are excited to check out about it? All of these things, tell me down in the comments below. And if you're new to my channel and you would want to hear more from me, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit like if you like the video, and yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you again soon in a new video. Bye.